By the end of this video, you will understand why The Batman is the most accurate live-action portrayal of Batman. But be sure to stick around to the end of the video, and I've got bonus material that was going to be a different video. First and mainly most important reason is that this is the first Batman in live action since Adam West that doesn't kill. And let's think about the reasons why. First off, wouldn't the Red Hood story be kind of awkward? Why would he be angry at Batman? Because if this is a Batman that kills, he would have killed the Joker, which means when Red Hood returned, he wouldn't be after Batman for not killing him. Or what about Damian Wayne, raised by an assassin's guild, doesn't understand why Batman doesn't kill? There's a famous scene in one of the animations where he says killing is easier, and Batman returns with this, and it's not about easy, it's about what's right. But from the comics, we all should know this as Batman doesn't want to create another him. And from those who have played the Injustice games or checked out that storyline, we all know that that's the major divide between Superman and Batman at that point. And that's what causes the whole storyline to start, is the decision to finally kill the Joker, where Batman was against this. This portrayal, compared to pretty much everything since, again, Adam West, actually focuses on his detective abilities. And this is kind of important. He is the world's greatest detective, and DC is Detective Comics. This movie also shows the impact being Batman has on Bruce Wayne. Mainly, you can see this by the fact that he rarely makes an appearance in public. He also doesn't care about the outcome of Wayne Enterprises, and his sensitivity to light when he came down to meet the day and got berries from Alfred. That was a scene where he actually put on sunglasses and was twitching from the sunlight. This is also a Batman that isn't perfect. We see him get hit several times. He misjudged when to pull the thread on the squirrel suit. He made a simple mistake between language with that L or La for the La Rata. He also missed the whole carpet tucker thing. Being a rich person, there's not normally a lot of the hands-on jobs that you're going to have experience in. This is a lesson he had to learn. And in the final battle sequence, he wouldn't have won without the proto-venom, which I'll be going into in a later point. This side of Batman also shows a lot more of his inventive capabilities. He's making his Batcar the whole time during the background of the movie, as well as he's the one that's advancing and utilizing all the technology that's being shown in this, including updates to the Batsuit. This version of Batman actually shows more evidence of villains in the universe, as well as upgrades from previous battles he's had. If you noticed when he cut the rope, that's probably something that was added on. That's a batarang that will come to be something later on. And maybe this is the event that taught him maybe he needs to learn how to throw these and have multiple. He also saw the shock resistance, and with things like the Joker's little shocking hand grasp thing and other villains' use of electricity, this is probably a sign of something he's advanced from before. As well as the venom he injects himself with to go a little beefed up and amped up for the final battle, this definitely is a hint at maybe the idea of Bane coming into being a villain later, since once Batman gives up on that stuff, someone picks it up and creates the venom that Bane uses. Not only that, we have the worst version of Joker ever, but we can all forget that. And beyond the Riddler, we also had the Penguin and Catwoman, and probably hints at various other villains. Overall, this is the best live-action portrayal of Batman we've ever gotten, for multiple reasons. But I will say that not only that, it was a great story. The setting, the scene, the tone of it, everything fit. They even revived Nirvana and made it popular again. For those of you who are still watching, here's the bonus part that, like I said, was going to be another video. But I wanted to point out how this movie brilliantly set up two completely different paths of the next movie's villains. So I was going to go into that. The first one I'll go over is a more grounded and realistic, sticking really to the themes and limitations of the first movie. Whether you agree or not, it still could have a cool conclusion. The other one is one that steps deeper and deeper into the DC verse as a whole, amping up the stakes and quality of villain with each movie. So for the grounded and realistic one, I would say for the second movie, you really should go with Hush. They already kind of gave a hint with some of the scenes within the clues given by the Riddler during the whole display the screen on the wall. But for the third one, you really want to go with, I believe the name was the Owl Society. If I'm wrong, you'll see a little thing here tell me the correct name. But they are a group that knows Gotham better than Batman. They are really highly skilled and connected people. This is a very interesting enemy and would keep to the grounded and realistic theme that was started with the first movie. Now, the path that steps deeper and deeper into the DC verse as a whole is definitely mine. I like the idea of a connected universe, and I say that this Batman is perfect for actually stepping into it. He is supposed to be a man amongst gods, and so this would really be fitting. So for the second movie in this direction, I would go with Mr. Freeze. If you remember, Gotham is now flooded and winter was coming. So this would be a perfect setting for an ice-based supervillain. Plus, it would step it up from super intelligence, in a way, to now supervillain technology. We would have a post-credit scene of Batman training Robin to pre-set up what's coming in the third one. Because in the third one, I would want to use Clayface and Human Croc. The reason is because you'd have a villain above and below the street level, and this would also make Batman and Robin have to separate to fight each other. This would be stepping up now to supernatural or superpowered villains. This would be a continuous step up from your average to super technology to super villain and supernatural kind of esque abilities with the, depending on how you want to actually describe them. But I think this would be a brilliant setup for how to continuously set up the stakes going higher and higher and make him fit more at home with the Justice League, even though he would be a man amongst gods. But until next time, and I'll catch you later.